of you, including Deepak Jain ji, Atul ji, Mahendra Devi ji, Hitendra Mahato ji, our Honorable MP Raju Bista, our Honorable MP Dr. Jayantro Rai, and Honorable MP Dr. Shukant Majumdar is yet to join. Today's subject is very interesting, and it is an important discussion nowadays. How the West Bengal can be revived. If we consider the West Bengal or the Calcutta, now it is called Kolkata, of the West Bengal, was the business capital of India in the era of 1947. Many big factories made by Sir Biren Mukherjee, pharmaceutical giants like Bengal Medical, Dees Medical, Albert David, Life Pharma, even the jute mills along the Ganges, river Ganges, and the many ancillary industries was made in Howrah for the car industry at the then. It was completely indigenous. That was the Hindustan Motor was established in Motor. That is at in Hooghly district. Dr. Bidhan Chandra Rai, the then chief minister, he had some vision. He developed Durgapur. He developed Damodar Valley Corporation under his inspiration. Even the Kollani, there is a series of factories that there are. But if we roaming around these roads of Kollani, we can find there is none. All the factories are there is no human, no living beings, no sound from the machineries. This is the scenario of the industry. But why this happens? If we want to understand the scenario, then we should divide it in few phases from 48 to 58. 48 to 58, if we consider at the end of 58, at that time the annual compound growth rate was 3.31%, which was higher than all India average of 2.75%. It is the then scenario of West Bengal. But unfortunately, what is happening? There was no visionary in the West Bengal state. So actually, we should divide it 48 to 66. This is one era. And after that, 66 to 76, just before the left front is coming. If we consider these phases, then gradually there's a West Bengal relative position gradually becoming low. And after that, from the 66 to 76, and after that 77, the left front came. And in that period, left front was becoming stronger. They were creating labor unrest. And that labor unrest was also in Maharashtra. But they can tolerate it. But in West Bengal, what happened? The political will becomes so bad. And we have faced the ultra-left movement, Naxalites movement. And because of that, West Bengal industrialists, they were afraid to make industry here. And after the 1978, in 1978 to 1990, they were in land reforms. They were become very busy for the land reforms. And they always putting the people that all big houses are the enemy of the people. So in every factory, there are turmoil, the labor unrest, everything happens. And in 1990, the Indian economy began to liberalize. And if we consider at that time what happened in West Bengal, West Bengal left front government opposes the liberalization policy, both inside the parliament and outside the parliament also. In practice, what happens? There was license Raj and formulated the industrial policy in 1994, which was radically different from the 1978. And after that, the 2000 to 2010, they were again tried to invite the big industrialists. But at that time, it was too late, and the situation was very bad. And within this period, they started the syndicate Raj also, when the Rajarhat was made. As a result, what happened, if we take the data, in terms of X factory value added output, that is, West Bengal's share was 6% in 1991, and which went down to 3.9% in 1919 and 1999 and 2000. There's a within 10 years, difference was from 6% to 3.9%. Even many non-Congress ruled states was also there, but they've taken good relations between the center and the state. But we are so unfortunate that West Bengal is totally goes against this policy. And they were always against the central government's policy. Naturally, West Bengal economy was lagging behind again and again. And after that, what happened? The change of the government was happened because they were in ruling the government in such a way that people was become very much dissatisfied. They take the Trinamool government, but the Trinamool government is taking the same thing with a very high speed and very tremendous velocity, and a tremendous momentum was there. And that momentum was totally unlawful government, Pulishi Raj, corruption, full of corruption, and the only we can tell that only the fountain of the corruption is Trinamool Congress or the state government. And whenever a industrialist is coming to make something, then they have to go to the single persons or the CMs, any appointed persons to meet with them, or at every level, the industrialists have to manage the how they will do, or they will make their factory even at the local area, district leaders and the state leaders. This is a very difficult. Whenever I have asked any industries that if any problem at any one juncture, they can manage. But at every juncture, there is syndicate and they have to manage it. It is very difficult. But what is the other point? That is the land acquisition policy. After coming in the government, they are telling that yes, no land will be. Namaskar, Shantasji. Namaskar. Namaskar. There will be no land acquisition will not be done by the state government. Any industrialist, they have to purchase the land from the landowner. How it is possible? It's very difficult to purchase the land from the teeny small farmers. How they can get it? It is very difficult. That's why many industrialists are not coming here. This is the situation. There's a corruption, very difficult to get the license, and syndicate, labor unrest, always at every places, local leaders will come to make the appointment of the local peoples, whether they will work or not. This is the scenario. But if we want to change the scenario, the first thing is there should be a will, there should be a vision. This is very important. And that vision is not possible for this government. And people are also determined that they will change the government in the next election. This is 110%. But what is required? Required is,
जी
it's all right. Time is
नमस्कार
short.
I am interrupting Dr. Shri B.L. Santosh ji has come. Let me welcome him.
Yes.
Namaskar.
हाँ,
Namaskar
Namaskar.
and welcome Shri B.L. Santosh ji to this webinar. We are indeed privileged and delighted to have you with us, sir. Dr. Subhas Sarkar, please.
Naturally, what we can, this is the government will act according to the rule. The function of the police should be proper. Police should not be corrupted. Police should not be the utensils for management of corruption. We have seen the chief minister is doing for a corrupt officials. This should not be. Police, first of all, police should rule properly the state. This is the number one. Number two, at every phases, starting from a tender, and at every phase the accountability of every government official should be there. Accountability of all the projects should be there. This is very important. And audit of the all projects, audit of the all works should be done properly. And the utilization certificate of different schemes should be proper. So naturally, our beloved Prime Minister Modi ji has given a call for Atmanirbhar Bharat. This is high time to call the businessman and the industrialists from different parts of India to come to Bengal, because scenario will be changed, the political will be changed, the vision of the government will be changed, police will run properly, and land policy, land acquisition policy, this is very important. Land acquisition policy is to be changed, and whenever there will be new government, land acquisition policy will be taken in such way that infrastructure can be made properly, industrialists can come easily, they will get the license, they will get everything, they will get all kind of incentives, so that the industry can grow here, and there will be a balanced situation between the different aspects. And the marketing, for the marketing also, government will be a mediator, so that the supply and demand chain, that should be in a proper manner. I think if we give a eye on that, definitely West Bengal will come forward. That's all. Other speakers are there. Namaskar,
Thank you so
everybody.